So far, my videos have been really informational, but I haven't really gone too far into actual experiences with bipolar. So today I wanted to talk about something that I have a lot of trouble with myself and that I think everybody should know. Recovery isn't linear. Sometimes you have to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. There have been so many times I've given up. It felt like nothing was going to get better, like I was just stuck like this forever. And sometimes I don't even want to get better. I want to convince myself that nothing's wrong and that I'm just different. But it's important that you accept your diagnosis, but don't define yourself by it. Other times, I want to blame all of my problems on bipolar and just leave it at that. But bipolar is a reason, not an excuse. It isn't your fault that you're bipolar. It isn't your fault that you can't get out of bed. It isn't your fault that you can't maintain relationships. It isn't your fault that you're hanging on by a thread. But unfortunately, it is our responsibility to seek help and manage our condition. I understand how hard it can be to seek and accept help. I have a lot of trouble with it myself. I've become so used to suffering that it feels like I'm shifting my problems onto somebody else, but that's not true at all. It's okay to need help. It doesn't make you weak or any less of a person. Nobody should have to go through this alone. As I've said in multiple videos beforehand, there are so many resources to help you through this, including myself. Just send me a message. Then there's those times when bipolar is seductive. You want to give into it. You don't even feel like fighting it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've definitely done my fair share of this. In trying to get this channel off the ground, I've ignored my mental health a lot. I've had a lot of nights where I stay up till ridiculous hours in the morning or I don't even sleep. I've had plenty of days where I don't eat at all because I don't have the time. But I'm learning. Recovery isn't linear. I'm learning how to manage my responsibilities and my passions, because I know that if I can't take care of myself, I can't keep making these videos to help you. It's just like on the airplane. You have to put on your own oxygen mask before you can help others put theirs on. And this isn't the only time I've done this, trying to ignore my mental health for the sake of a good cause or something I'm passionate about. But the fact is, you need to. There's always going to be bumps in the road, and you shouldn't beat yourself up over it, but you should make sure you get back on track. When I'm having trouble staying on track, I tend to turn towards my bipolar role models. My personal bipolar role models are MGK and Halsey, but there's so many more. I mentioned a bunch of them in my introduction to bipolar video. And of course, your role models, they don't have to be bipolar. One of my greatest inspirations is Leonardo da Vinci. And he did have dyslexia, but the things he accomplished are just amazing. Sometimes though, it can feel like all these role models got all the benefits of bipolar or mental illness without any of the drawbacks, but that's definitely not true. They're just further along in their recovery process, and there's still no saying what goes on behind the scenes. I'm sure they didn't have a really easy time getting there. So remember, stay strong and just keep fighting. Recovery isn't linear. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to contribute, consider donating to my Patreon page. I'll see you next week. Play on, players!